In this video, we're going to take a look at scaling reliefs. So you may have bought in a relief and it's not the right height, or you may want to make it smaller in height but try to maintain some of the detail. And I'll show you how you can do this. So here you can see this chameleon that I've brought into the software. If I rotate around, you can see the height of it. Now, if I want to change that height, if you take a look on the right-hand side here, just a quick tip, you can see that there is not only artwork information, so it's telling me the size, there's also relief information. So the max Z tells me how high this is. So this is 0.57 inches high. So let's say that I wanted this to be a specific height. Let's say I want it to be 1/4 of an inch. Now what I can do with that is go over to here, scale relief. If I click on that, it gives me a red arrow in the center of the relief. And what I can do is grab that and move it up or down, and it changes the height of it. You'll notice that the height and the scale factor on the right hand side change. So I can do that so it looks right, or I can enter a height. So let's make that 1/4 of an inch. And you can see that that is now 1/4 of an inch. So if I'm happy with that, select apply, and then I can close the tool, and it's resized it for me. Now you also have a mask, so you can do this over a selected colour or a selected vector. So if I were to just cancel this, so I'll go back and then just draw, let's say, a circle there, and then go to scale again, but this time I use selected vector, then what I can do is bring that up and it just moves it within that selected vector. Okay, and you can do exactly the same thing with colour. So if you had a colour under there, you could just bring it up. So I'm just going to cancel that, delete the vector. So what about if I wanted to bring this down so it's a really low height relief, but I want to keep some of the detail? What I can do with that is open up the scale relief, and then where it says detail, you've got some options. So you've got emboss and preserve. So these pretty much do the same sort of thing. So I'll just explain what emboss does. So emboss basically lets you have a height of detail. So if I were to have a height detail of say 0.1, this is now the detail. And then let's say that I want a scale height of 0. You can see that this is just detail. So this is just 0.1 high now. So if I were to make that 0.1 as well, then what I've got is a relief that is 0.2 high overall, and it's got 0.1 of detail. So if I make that smaller, let's say 0.05, now the actual height of it is 0.15. So I could make that smaller, like so, and you can see that it's kept quite a lot of the detail, and it's only 0.1 high. Now, if I were to do this, let's say, just like this, bring that down to 0.1, which is there, you can see that I've lost a lot of detail. So that's the reason why you would do this. So let's say that I want this to be 0.05 again, and I want that to be 0.05. You can see I've got a lot more detail in there. Now what you'll also notice is that there seems to be something hidden underneath this red arrow. Now there's actually a purple arrow under there. If you press Alt on the keyboard and select the red arrow, so hold it down, left mouse button and hold that down and move, you can move that red arrow out of the way. What this purple arrow does is controls the emboss height. So I can move that up and I can change the actual height of the detail that I want to keep. So I could bring that up or down, the overall height, like so. And then I can change the emboss as well. So there's hardly anything there, and I can start bringing that back. So there you can see a really, really low height relief, but it's still got quite a lot of detail. So if I apply that and then cancel it, it takes me out of the tool. And you can see here that this is 58 thou high, so 1.5 millimeters high, and it's still maintaining a lot of detail. So that's how you scale the Z height of a relief, and also how you can keep some of the detail whilst doing it without losing it.